We all die. We all die. We all die.
Down my throat. Like, I got you. That's so cute.
Oh yes, you look so good with a bunch of grapes in your mouth.
Oh, we already started?
Yes.
Hello. Okay, we have to. An entire.
Okay, ladies.
Formation.
Serious voices.
Formation.
Head back, girl.
Oh, hold on. Oh! We were just shoving grapes in Caitlin's mouth. Hello. Hello. I'm Sage, as you know, because this is the 3rd episode. Everybody applaud for me. Wow. Thank you. Amazing. I stuck with something for more than a day.
Yay. 2 days.
2 days. 3 days. Consecutively. Oh, shit. Let me open a business now. Hire only women. Yeah. Okay. I know. So today's topic is going to be parties.
Ooh. Can you define party for me?
What we are at right now.
All right. So what is it?
Is this a party for real?
I don't know. What is party?
Is it a party or a kickback or a get together? That's what I was thinking.
Let's talk about the fact that you never know what it is.
Yeah. What's the differentiation? I don't know.
Japan.
I think the number of
Caitlin's birth, so normally we would say this is a birthday party. But are we partying? Or
But also,
is it a kickback?
I feel like it changes a lot the older you get.
It does.
What qualifies party now as an older
A get together.
person?
Some say the amount of people
That's what I would say.
and like the atmosphere.
Also,
Right?
what is
Does there have to be pressure?
There has to be peer pressure.
If you enjoy yourself, it's not a party.
If you're not sitting in a ball crying at the end of the night,
Internally going over
thinking
everything
about how
you
like
said.
Johnny doesn't want to kiss
Oh,
you.
it's not a party then.
That's hard.
It's not.
Johnny.
Too real for Lani. Oh, let's introduce ourselves real quick. Tia, go ahead first.
Hi, I'm Tia.
Oh, who would have known?
Uh,
What are you doing in your life?
I am a student
Awesome.
at Cal State Long Beach.
Cool.
What do you study?
I'm studying molecular cell biology. Thank you.
Oh my god,
What
I'm
year are you?
Shit.
No. That's just the class that I'm taking right now. Like I can't ditch it, unfortunately. But yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Olivia, and I'm a second-year theater student at Cal State Fullerton, and I'm happy to be here.
You came to this, right? Not for Caitlin's birthday?
Equal parts.
Okay. Perfect.
Hello, I'm Caitlin,
birthday girl.
and it's
Appearing on this podcast.
Second
yes,
appearance.
round 2.
Thanks for coming again, baby.
But this, you're welcome. I love you. This time, I'm 20.
Hi, I'm Katherine.
Oh, Katherine.
I'm a junior studying journalism at USC. Oh, also international relations minor as of this semester. Because who doesn't add a minor their second semester of their junior year?
I was literally going to do the same thing, though. Because why not add?
Also, I live here, so happy to be here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lani. I am a student at Orange Coast College. Hello. Wow, is this some AA? Really? That's how it feels like
I'm
right
so
now.
glad you got the reference.
I'm so glad too. Considering there is things involved.
Yes. Things that will not be
Discussed.
discussed.
As most of us are 20, there are things involved.
Those things are wholesome and approved by Jesus.
They
Some say
2 seconds ago.
Dude,
We're wholesome women.
oh yeah, we're very wholesome. Some say Jesus didn't even just like promote it; he made it
So party.
from water.
the Bible. Oh.
The Bible. Yeah, parties. Let's go back.
What book is that?
Yeah.
the Bible.
The Bible?
The Bible.
The Bible?
Bible.
Biblical?
The Justin Bible.
World tour.
Justin Bible.
Revenge tour? Okay. My question, I guess, to start off to all you ladies, do you feel that there's a different pressure being a woman at a party?
Yeah.
I think so.
Shit, yeah. I'm just going with that.
Fuck yeah.
I feel like it depends on the kind of party I attend. Like, if I go to a frat or an athlete party, I feel like more pressure to be like sexy or whatever. But when I go to parties and it's just all my friends that I like have classes with, it's just like really fun. We all just hang out and listen to music and dance if we want to.
Yeah.
So true.
You can dance if you want to.
You leave your friends behind. Leave your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they ain't no friends of mine.
Anyway.
That's good.
Personally, no.
No.
But that's because
It's because I just ignore the patriarchy.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on who you're with. And
agree.
Yeah,
And who you are as a
as a person.
Like this party is the best party I've been to all year.
Mind you work.
I know. Thank you, Tia.
Not a lot of parties yet, but
First party I've been to this year, but great. The best one yet.
I feel like maybe like I've just grown personally a lot like in this past year, and so now I don't feel the pressure to be like putting out and all that shit. So like now I'm like, oh, it's just fun to like be out and about and like do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Do you feel now that you're like, if you don't like me, sorry for you?
I mean, I feel like I'm getting there, but at this point, the people that I spend time with don't really like put any pressure on me to do anything or be anything other than what I am. So.
Aww.
Wait, can we talk about that for a second? Because you said you don't feel pressure to like be putting out.
Yeah.
So can we talk about like that? Like the idea of like feeling
Yes.
pressure to be putting out.
I can say personally that almost every male interaction I have a looming like it might be self-put, but like I have a looming like need to like give them what they want, and I always assume that it's something sexual. I know. I should go to therapy, guys.
So I don't feel like it's like you.
no, it's not all self-created.
No.
Yeah.
It's a lot of societal expectations.
Great.
Yeah. So yeah.
You're into it? On this topic?
I am so occupied.
She's occupied with a stapler that uses no staples.
Can you believe that?
Science has really come along.
For real, give it a go.
Anesthesia, nothing compared to the stapler. This is science's marvel.
That does just pressurize.
Together, yeah.
Correct.
I've seen that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a really weird like concoction of I think your expectations and then just what you've experienced, because I don't think I've directly experienced someone being so forward that I feel like threatened or scared.
Yeah.
But I know other
Do you think
people
it's a lot
that
of
have.
self-imposed?
I think it's like self-imposed and then just experiences of people that I know. You know, like that thought always prevailing in my head.
Guys, just the concept of parties are weird. Like, this party makes sense because we all have one collective thing tying us together.
That is so
And that's
true.
Caitlin, our perfect angel, too good for this earth. Earth? Earth.
Both.
Earth and Earth.
Both.
Aww. Like, honestly, guys, Caitlin's amazing. All these women in this room are amazing. Yeah, the USC
Take it over.
attendee says.
Agreed. Wait, can I make a small interjection?
Yes.
Okay, so do you guys ever feel...
Oh, we thought for a second she was talking about the podcast. Was she talking about the stapler?
Stapled together. Can you pull it apart?
I mean, it's not as secure.
The paper. It's also really hard to pull it apart. Oh, she's pissed.
And Lani has left the building. Oh, no, she's back.
We're gonna step up and
I love ASMR. It's just us throwing things on the ground.
editing here. I have stapled things to the wall. Can this staple things to the wall?
Why is it necessary?
And we're back.
We're back.
We got into a staple argument. Don't
you
worry
do.
about it.
As you do.
As you do at every
Yeah.
party. What were you
Yeah,
gonna
I was gonna say, do you guys ever experience that apprehension when you're having people from different spheres of your life come together? You're nervous about them meeting?
Hell yeah.
The thing is, I didn't feel that at all when I invited everyone here, and it just makes my heart happy to have everybody here.
Can I say that when I was like coming to your grad party, I was nervous because I was like, obviously like our whole family was gonna be here, but I was like, there are a lot of people from Caitlin's high school that I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was driving over thinking about that, and then thinking about this, and I was like, you know what? I know all of these people are gonna be amazing.
That's exactly what I was
I'm gonna
thinking.
vibe with all of them.
On the way over here, I was like, "There's no way," because Caitlin draws such perfect,
yeah.
sake of sounding like a Santa Monica person. she draws such
Chakras.
perfect chakras. Like she.
All of us are aligned.
So aligned right now. It's
It's not twin
My heart chakra
chakras.
is exploding.
Caitlin attracts beautiful, perfect people.
You are all beautiful, perfect.
Aw, I was really just complimenting myself.
really cringed.
Oh.
That was real hard. Honestly, let's talk about being a host of a party, because that's difficult. That's like going back to your grad.
The logistics of it,
Just the logistics of it,
or the
also
social pressure.
all of the above. Like that, because it's like
Both of the above.
like I remember like
Two things you just said about.
And or
like I remember Caitlin when you were throwing your grad party way back when.
I think I was
like,
invited to this
yeah, that was
party.
what, like 2 years ago. But like you had like what, family, and then you had friends, and it's just that intermingling between like family and friends and trying to like blend the two. But also you have blend the two. Thank you, Echo Cat.
You have to make it appropriate. Like, make sure it's appropriate for all parties involved.
You gotta make it, you gotta
That's
make
what's
everyone
annoying
happy.
is thinking about what everyone wants.
Have you guys ever experienced this where I know when I graduated and I had my party, as fucked up as it sounds, I purposely didn't invite some people just because my family was going to be there. It would not mesh.
Wow.
I don't think that's fucked up.
No, that's not
It's
fucking
kind of
No, that's planet.
it's just being conscious
You're a
of what's
good
gonna
party
happen.
planner.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You just care about the people that were going to be there.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe subconsciously who I like align myself with and like befriend, I kind of like think about if like my other friends would like them. Because at one point I do want them all to meet because I think that that's important.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Or do you think that you just meet people that are similar? And like attract people that are similar?
Yeah, it definitely could be that as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like once I start befriending them, I'm like, oh, would Caitlin like this person? Would so-and-so like this person?
Does it drive people away? Or your
No,
choice
I
to
don't
be
think
friends?
so, but I
Okay.
think it really allows me to like filter through like who I think is a good match for me as a friend,
Yeah.
as a person.
Guys, what's a party like when you're not so self-aware? When you're just selfish and
I can
enjoying
answer
life.
You really want to know?
I
As
was
if you
on one last
couldn't,
week.
you could tell me. You're self-aware as shit.
No,
Really?
but my house.
Oh, okay.
I have 8 roommates or housemates, I guess you would say. We all love each other though, but we host a lot of parties. Caitlin has attended a few.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, if you guys want to drive, if you want to drive to LA, you can definitely
I'm always
come to our
down.
house parties. I will
Okay.
invite you all next time.
Yay.
But since there are like 8 other people to also share the burden of hosting, it's like really easy to just like lose yourself in the party, and it like kind of just turns into a house party, and then everyone's just like, "Woo, it's a
That's
house party!" And then we all
nice.
like clean in the morning because we need that.
Because you're
But-
responsible, helpful bitch.
Yeah, because there's like alcohol all over our floors, but
Sticky.
it's real sticky.
Always
But it's really fun just to like, I don't know. I've never like been to a party since I guess been like 17 or 18 where I've been like self-conscious. Personally, but like especially my house parties, I can just like hang out.
That is nice.
You know?
I think I just think so much about how other people are feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess I'm just
Not
really
so
selfish.
much anymore. I know. This is an intervention for Kat. Stop being such a selfish bitch.
No.
Well, I would really
Just kidding. You keep it. You make it work.
I would say alcohol plays a really big part in it for me too. Like,
I don't drink alcohol.
the thing is just like
We're all Christian people here.
does the sign of the
You
cross.
dirty, dirty whore.
But like because I commute to school, I don't like live near campus. So if I go to parties, a lot of the times I can't drink, and that's when I'm most self-aware because everybody else is just
When you're
like,
not drinking.
Yeah, because everybody else is like losing it, like doing whatever they want to do, and I don't get to have that luxury of like being like, oh, I was so drunk that I did this stupid thing. So I really feel like I have to watch myself. But like last week I was at a party and like I didn't really like have to drive or go anywhere for like hours and hours. And so I just like got really drunk with all my friends and we went and we like it was really crowded and it was a girl that it was a birthday party for a girl I didn't really know. Oh, no. And there were a lot of people there that I didn't really know, so I didn't really care about them or what they thought of me. So I was like drinking from a bottle of wine and like dancing and it was really fun.
Yeah.
That does sound so
But
nice.
yeah, I feel like being sober has a lot to do with like how self-conscious you feel in some situations. But now, like when I go to parties that are thrown at my friend's apartment, like I don't care at all because it's all my friends.
Yeah.
Weird random thing to add is that I was talking with my brother, Keenan, who was
Keenan, shout out to Keenan.
and he was talking about the same thing. I like how when he drinks, he can like talk to people more easily.
Definitely.
And I was like, oh, like I don't have that thing, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, I can talk to everyone really simply, like, or like it's easy for me. And he's like, well, that's because that's your job. And I was
That's
like,
literally what you do.
And then I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, actually, you're right. Like all the way until I started doing journalism, I was really bad at talking to people. And then as soon as I like started having to interview people who I didn't know and like stop people on the street and ask them questions, like it became super comfortable and more easy for me.
Yeah, and
It's crazy. You like grew as a person, you know.
Yeah, it was like weird. Like
like
I grew
that's
because
so
of like,
weird.
something I was studying. It's almost like,
Weird that education.
is that what's
helped.
supposed to happen?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I feel like I've gotten a little bit strewer. You're so funny. Anyways. Guys, the concept of a party is weird.
It really is.
Like,
Brought it up.
what's weird about it?
like the fact that you all just. But like, think about it though.
But
Like you're all just people.
The random parties you attend, the ones that aren't with the people close to you.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
those frat parties.
The parties.
If you really think about it, the concept is
So
boys-
strange.
right? Yeah, boys will invite girls for them to come.
Yeah,
Wait, but that's just a frat party.
But,
That's
like,
a
if you think
specific
of-
party, and like I
but
want to
think
call
of
those
other
parties. I
ones.
would call those like
Awful
predatory
things
circles.
that we do.
Those, like,
You're-
Patriarchal
Like,
practices to
predatory
invade women's.
circles that are like ritualistic
Ugh.
about like how to take advantage of women.
You go, USC
So,
girl.
like if I think parties, I think of like all of the times in my life where I get together with the people that I love and we hang out and we
families,
talk.
yeah.
Family parties, we have so many family parties, especially here.
But you've been to a party where it's friends, but you don't know everyone.
Yeah, I don't know everyone. But
It's everyone's like, it's one person's just like, I'm gonna bring everyone I love together, and they're all gonna be in each other's vicinities,
yeah,
and they're gonna
maybe-
talk.
Maybe it's awkward for a bit, but I think it's like good and fun still. I don't think it's
Yeah.
a weird concept.
No, yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know?
think
Weird's
I
not
don't know.
bad.
I've been in situations.
Weird's not
where
bad.
Just
but
like-
I don't think it's odd
lot of
either.
really cool,
I don't think it's
interesting
strange at
people.
all.
Okay.
I think it makes sense.
probably-
Sorry, Caitlin.
No, I was like, that is not effective. Me talking in the background. I've been to parties full of really interesting people that where it's not just like a frat party, but for some reason I like can't get out of my own head if I don't know anybody.
I guess it's human connection. That's the weird thing. I mean, for me, it feels weird because it's hard to think that we're humans. Period.
Existential crisis.
That's what this whole podcast is about,
We all
baby.
just start massaging our temples.
Like in the fact that what's the thing that makes the connection?
That makes
Between
the
people?
human connection?
Yeah.
I think it's evolution. But
If we're getting real,
Is it chemicals?
yeah, I think it's your evolutionary need to be connected to humans because it's mutually beneficial. Because
Yes.
it will help your race.
But why for
your
some people-
species go on?
Why for some people you don't like them at all, and then other people
Yeah.
you like them immediately?
I think it's because of similar backgrounds and similar like thoughts on the
but
world.
not necessarily.
Interesting thing that you say that because me and my best friend,
Maggie,
do not. Yeah, how do you know?
just a guess.
We don't have similar backgrounds.
But do you have a similar view on the world now?
Yes.
See, that's the
That's
thing.
true.
I think background contributes to your view on the world,
Yeah.
but you don't necessarily have to have the same background to have the same view on the world. But
Yeah.
I think view on life and the world itself, like kind of thing, really helps people connect.
That's so true.
You know, similar values kind of thing.
Yeah.
Catherine, you're really like sucking out all the fear in my existential thoughts. You beautiful woman.
Grace and courage.
And then a calf massage is happening right now. Tia, Tia, you want to talk about this?
What, a calf massage? Hi, I was a receptionist at Body Center Wellness Spa in Orange, California.
Shout out to Body Wellness.
Body Center Wellness. It is next to a Kumon.
Did you see smart children
I was
walking
about
in
to
and
say
out?
stress-
I never saw a smart child walking in and out of there. I think that one's probably closed now because there was nobody there.
Wow.
You'll be. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I wish you could see this. We're all just piling our feet on Tia.
Hairiest calves.
I got pretty hairy legs. You just can't see it.
What?
Wait, women have hair?
Whoa.
Disgusting!
Oh, girl, I did not know.
Disgusting!
How dare they?
I know. Wait, do we have armpit hairs too?
What's that?
Oh, girl.
Mine is red.
Oh, okay, guys. Let's talk. Let's talk about the
Sex, baby.
you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. All right. A little bit.
That was a good segue.
I don't remember what I wanted to talk about now. It wasn't sex.
Harry, aren't
Oh,
you brought up
grooming
Yes.
for others.
Oh,
That's a
wait. I want to go on a tangent.
Like you groom.
this calf?
Oh yeah, she danced for.
Wow, that is a calf. That is muscular.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, grooming for others.
Ballet for like
Oh.
11 years.
Others
I feel like
Like parties. Like you do feel the
I
pressure
do it
to
for
dress.
myself because I
for
really,
others?
I really like being
Oh, yeah.
soft and smooth. Personally, I really like it,
Yeah.
and so I get
Oh,
that.
you shave.
Yeah, I get that
Okay.
people don't like shaving, and sometimes I don't like shaving either. But I personally love the way that it feels for me and my self confidence. So that's why I would groom. I don't groom for other people though.
So it's like a sense feeling.
Yeah.
A sense thing.
Honestly, I just shave up until what people see. So, like, if they're only gonna see this, I'm gonna shave up until
I don't shave anything.
I don't shave anything.
Yeah.
Either. I was just talking about our cousin Max with this yesterday. And I told him, like, for so long, everything I did was for everyone else.
Yeah.
You know? I straightened my hair, I put on makeup every day, I shaved
Yes.
everything. You know, and did my eyebrows. I was just, like, so about
Hallelujah.
having everyone else think I looked socially acceptable.
Yes.
And to me, like, I personally don't feel like I am any sexier or any more beautiful or any more feminine when I shave my legs.
Isn't it crazy the minor, like no one cares that you grow your hair out.
But see,
Do you though? Do they though?
A lot of people have.
Really?
People who you think would not care have asked me about it at least. You know?
Wow.
And specifically, my mom has really just asked me to keep shaving. And like I told her, I was like thinking about shaving my head.
My mom.
And she was like, if you shave your head, you have to shave your armpits and your legs.
Oh my God! They're hearing right now that
Yeah.
they're hearing right
Well,
now that
here's
we
my
might
thing.
shave our heads together.
I'm probably shaving my head. Like, at the end of the day, I'm doing it. But anyway,
You heard
like,
it now, folks.
the reason that like I have been so committed to not shaving for the past like 8 or 9 months is because like I am so sick of having men in society tell me what is sexy and beautiful and feminine. Like I can have
and other women too,
yes, exactly,
because it's conditioned by that point. But
exactly,
yeah.
I have hairy legs because I'm a human being,
and hair
I
grows out of
think
my
it's
legs.
hot. You know what? Like, I
Yeah.
don't care. Like, if you don't think it's hot, then don't try to have sex with me.
Exactly.
Move along,
Yeah.
please. I feel like it's a really easy way to weed out men that I wouldn't want to be with anyway.
Oh, that's so true.
And, like, I like it. And now my brothers and I are like, ooh, like, who has hairier legs? And we're all
Yeah.
And now I just
It's a
feel
bonding
like,
thing now.
Like, I don't think about it that often. And then when people, like, ask me about it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Like, yeah.
It's
You
just
know?
so dumb that it's a thing to begin with. That it's like, I
so
don't
dumb.
understand.
My favorite thing is like, oh, you shave your legs. Oh, do you shave your armpits? Like, we were talking with my roommates the other day, and they were like, I don't understand women who shave their arms. And I was like, but
Yeah, a lot of
it.
girls do
I
that.
used to do that.
Women do that. Women do that. But here's the weird thing: why is it weird to shave your arms and not weird to shave your legs? That was what I was thinking about today. It's like, why is it weird to take hair off of some places and not others?
I was at a party once. I totally agree. And I said some conversation came up, and I mentioned that I don't shave anything. And a guy was like, "You don't shave anything?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "So your like legs, vagina, and armpits are hairy?" And I was like, "Yes."
But why do you care?
That was my main question. Second question was, honestly, I can't remember the second question. That was the main question.
Just because you asked that.
Like, literally think about it. Like, if you are naked and a man or a woman is naked with you, and they were like, "Oh, never mind. Like, you have pubes. Like, would you want to have sex with them anyway?"
Like, my pubes acceptable,
Like,
your
if your
pubes
are
disgusting.
acceptable, mine aren't.
Exactly.
Right? No one walks up to a guy and says, "Wait, you don't shave your legs, ball sack, or armpits?"
Just do that
Stop.
Confused.
Yes.
I personally think body hair is really sexy, so.
Oh.
Yeah, just do.
Just because I personally like shaving doesn't mean that if I stopped shaving, I would be like, oh, I hate myself now.
Yeah, just do what you
It's
like
just
your
about
body to
preference.
feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also a laziness thing for me.
Okay, I
It
would
takes
agree.
so much time.
It does.
Honestly, it's like an environmental thing too, because like I don't want to be like, think about how much time like the razors, the disposable razors, the time you're spending in the shower. Like you usually have the water running, you know.
On that aspect, I totally bought a nepilator. I do
Nepilator?
shaved legs.
Wait, what is
Girl,
that?
it's like 1,000 tweezers trying to tweeze your hairs. But it's not as bad as it sounds.
It hurts
No.
a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. How much does that shit cost?
It costs like $30.
What's a
We
But-
go through more pain as a woman than a
Honestly-
nepilator.
Honestly, like imagine waxing. No,
Oh.
it's a little way less.
Honestly, I kind of want to experience
I'm
that.
kind of afraid.
I remember freshman year of high school or of college, my roommate tried to wax her armpits and it did not go well. It was really funny though.
Think about homemade wax or bought wax.
It was like a strip that she like put on her armpit and like rubbed it to like warm it up.
Yeah.
Oh no, we got.
Remember-
Can I ask a question? Do you guys grow nipple hair? Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
grow nipple hair.
I know someone who does, but I do not.
I do.
Everyone, check your
Wait,
nipples.
hold up. I do. I remember an episode of Dr. Oz when I was like an 8th grader or a freshman, and he was like, "If you have nipple hair, you probably have cancer."
Are you fucking?
Or like something else like that. And I was like, oh my god! So like I started like shaving my nipple hair.
I like shaved my nipple hair for a while,
Me
and then I
too.
was like, I'm just curious to see how long it grows. It
It
grows
grows
really
pretty
fucking
long.
long.
Like,
At
it
the
grows
end, I was like, oh fuck yeah! Look at all the power I have.
My
Braid my nipple hair.
Wait, hold up. It's fascinating that you actually said that. That you're connecting the growth and the length of the hair to how much
power, yes. I mean, it's similar to the hair on your head.
You know what? Actually, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Why is longer hair sexier?
I don't know, but
I don't
mine
think
are
it is.
always
We've
like
gotten-
too.
Yeah, I know. I fucking love
This is a
myself.
girl with like ear length hair.
I love myself with short hair, but I'm growing it out right now.
I've convinced like 8 people to cut their long hair off.
Now convince people to like shave it off. That's
I-
your
that's my
definition.
next step.
I've gotten like from my parents like, why do you like cutting your hair short? Like boys aren't gonna like you as much if you have short hair.
I've
my
had
favorite
I've had
and
that
I
comment
go,
and I've had that comment.
Bitch. I've had so many boys be like, you look really good with short hair. And I'm not, and for me, I feel a lot more confident when my hair is short. Because my hair, when it gets long, it gets really heavy and my like neck sinks down and I'm in a lot of pain. And like, it's really heavy and it gets hot in the sun.
Yes.
It's so much nicer to have it like out of my face. And
Yeah.
You know what?
It's
That's
like-
so interesting that we bring that up because I literally love myself with short hair. Like your hair is my ideal hair, and I love it on myself. And I don't want to do it because I want to grow it out because I don't really know why. I hope it's for myself.
I was gonna say personally, I haven't thought about like how do I look to other people in like a very long time.
Oh,
Like I
that's
remember,
awesome.
like I remember junior year of high school, 4 years ago, when I cut my hair off for the first time. It was like down to my hips. I cut 14 inches off, like up to my shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And I remember the guy I was talking to at the time. Like he's listening.
I have a
I remember
listener.
like I told him like, oh, I cut my hair off, and he was like, oh, I liked you with long hair.
Ew.
And I was just like,
I also like
I was
mac
like,
and
okay,
cheese
congratulations.
better than you.
Like, cool. You like me with long hair, and now I have short hair. How am I different at all?
It's not even just the length of hair too, but it's also the texture. I remember my ex-boyfriend actually said he liked me with straight hair. So in high
What?
school, I was actually self-aware and self-conscious to always straighten my hair. And it wasn't until honestly this year, okay, not this year, but like December of last year where I started embracing the natural wave in my hair. Yeah, I was so.
Guys, I know you can't see her, but she has beautiful, wavy, perfect hair. That was literally the first thing I thought when you came in. I said, I love her hair. Internally. I should have said it out loud.
I
should've
think
said it
you
out loud.
said it out loud.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Or somebody
I don't know.
Somebody said
We've talked about your hair tonight.
Haley.
How beautiful it is.
Oh, R.I.P. Haley.
she's not dead.
Hey, we gotta bring it back to death.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. For those of you that don't know, based on the topics that we've been speaking about, this podcast is about death. But mostly like life, you know? It's just like with the over-looming promise of death. Just ever-looming, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are we gonna connect it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Death and parties? Funerals?
Honestly, if we're gonna go there, then like I remember.
They're odd.
Wakes are celebrations of life after you've died.
It bothers me that, I mean, I get it. Death fucks me up. I don't, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, let's real quick share how we feel about death. Real quick, one sentence.
Oh wow, we're
do you
going
feel about that?
straight to me.
Lonnie.
Honestly, before, if you asked me this a few years ago, I would have said it's really sad. But at this point in my life, I feel like it's not so sad and as intense as it used to be for me, especially because I remember watching a movie. I know, right? But she was describing her feelings about death and how everyone, when she had an illness, and she said, "Why does everyone have to be so sad? Like I'm when it happens, like I'm gonna, it's gonna be done, and I'm not gonna feel so much pain." And I'm like, whoa, like at the same time, you don't need to go through all that stress and I don't know, especially the way people look at you. She described when you say, I'm sorry.
Run on sentence, comma.
I know. Girl, you see my writing, you gonna hate me.
It's okay.
I do throw in a lot of semicolons.
It's okay. So does J.K. Rowling.
Okay, Catherine, how do you feel about death?
Ready for it.
Shit.
But like not in like a negative way.
Okay.
Just ready for it.
Okay.
Accepting, I would say.
Okay. Nice. I'm happy that you feel that way, because I don't feel that way at all. This is how I feel about death, guys.
Wait, hold up. Why do you think you feel that way about death specifically? Versus her and how she says she's ready for it.
It's the fact
Maybe it's because-
that consciousness ends. Probably.
Have you lost anyone super close?
No.
Okay, that's probably why. Because I lost my best friend,
Yeah.
who also happened to be my dad.
Came from his ball sign. Not to make it weird, I'm sorry.
Zach also was like his equal all my life, you know?
Yeah.
And like he was my best friend.
How
for
does that make you accept
13
death?
years. Because like I'm aware, you know? Yeah, I mean it's been 7 years now actually.
Uh-huh.
But I'm aware that it will happen to all of us, and I'm okay with that. And it's the only thing you can't avoid. And once you die, you're, in my opinion, you're dead. So, okay, well, I was 13 when it happened.
Yeah.
Now I'm 20.
Yeah.
But it made me realize that like we're all gonna die for sure. You know, when I was 13, I thought you got old and then you died, but my dad was only 52 when he died.
So the certainty of death is comforting?
Yeah, because that makes me want to live life while I can, kind of thing. Because I was so unaware about everything before. Like, I didn't realize how great my life was. Like, I had my mom and my dad. Like, they loved each other. And, like, my brothers and I fought, but we loved each other. And I had, you know, a beautiful home. And we lived there, and we wouldn't have to worry about money. I didn't have to ever worry about, like, food being on the table or, like, clothes on my body or a shelter over my head. And, you know, I knew everyone was going to be there to love me. But I didn't appreciate any of that until my dad died, you know?
Yeah.
And him dying made me realize that you could die at any time. Mm-hmm. Because when you're 13, you think, oh, my grandparents might pass away in 10 years. But you don't think your dad is going to die.
Yeah.
So him dying made me realize that we all die. And it made me want to live as much as I can while I am alive. Mm. And so I've done a lot of things since then that I probably wouldn't have done if he hadn't died. And, like, I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of the life that I've led. And so if I died today or tomorrow, I'd be okay with that because I'm constantly surrounded by people that I love and that love me. And I know that everything I've done to this point, I could be proud of, and I could have people talk about after I've died, kind of thing.
On that note, kids, don't eat Tide Pods. Don't eat Tide Pods.
With that, Lani.
Basically the same thing.
That's basically what you were saying in that whole speech.
That summed up.
Don't eat Tide Pods. Well, I explained how I feel about death. I hope to get to where Katherine feels at some point, but I am not there. Caitlin, how do you feel?
You don't have to be there right now.
Considering
you
you're
don't.
a year older.
Oh, yes. I'm so wise.
20.
Well, actually, the fact that I'm not wise is one of the contributing factors to how I feel. I think, I said this before the first episode, that I think if there wasn't that, that threat of mortality, that I wouldn't do a lot of things, as Katherine said. I think that, like, the finite nature of our lives makes it more worthwhile to do things, because if you had all the time in the world, there wouldn't be any pressure to do something with it. And I like I said, I don't want to die right now. But I think when it happens, I mean, it'll be done. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. But you know what? Like Katherine said, that's the only thing that's predictable. There's so many unpredictable things. Yes, Catherine's raising her hand.
I know this is not my turn anymore, but can I also add that it's not. I mean, our lives are finite, but our impact is not. You know. When I think about it, I mean, my dad was only, in his 50s, but his funeral, it was like a 500, 600 person church, and there were like 200 people standing outside, right? Like, that's how many people he drew to his funeral. So just because, like, you think that you're going through life and, like, maybe you think you haven't done anything significant yet, you mean something to a lot of people, even if you don't see it. Your life is important whether or not you see it. But
I want a televised funeral. I want a Prince Michael Jackson level funeral.
I think the reason death scares so many of us because it makes us realize that we're immortal. And so while we're alive, we're trying to do things that are going to make us, or that we are mortal.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what was immortal mean again?
It makes us realize that we are mortal. So while we're alive, we're trying to do things that will make us immortal. And make us live on. So a lot of people see that as being famous or doing something impactful because then you will be remembered, kind of thing. But I think, like, a lot of people don't realize how impactful you are to the couple of generations that you're alive with and that will follow you.
I did have a thought yesterday. Yes, I agree with everything. I did have a thought yesterday that was actually a very progressive thought for me. I feel like I'm progressing as a human. I thought I'm wasting my time being so concerned with dying. Not that at this point, when it was really bad a couple months ago, it stopped me from doing things. Like, I didn't leave my room. I just, like, hung out in my house and cried all the time. And so that obviously stopped me from living. But I was thinking yesterday that, like, being so obsessed with the fact that we died halts progression and life and growth. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Olivia, how do you feel about death?
Okay. I personally don't think about it very much. And maybe, like, just personally, I don't think about it very much for myself. And maybe that has to do a lot with, like, the culture that we live in now, and it feels like death is very desensitizing at this moment. But the way that I feel about death is that when it happens, and you hope that you've done everything you can to, like, in your life that you want to do. But the way I view it is, like, I don't really believe in reincarnation or anything like that. And so, like, this is the one life that I have. And why waste it doing things that I don't want to do? Why waste it being unkind to people? Why waste it, like, not being the best person that I can be in the way that I want to be? And, like, a similar thing happened with me because my uncle passed away a few years ago, and he was a police officer. He was 49. He got cancer, and then he died, like, in 6 months. And when he died, I was like, I feel like you really realize that, like, death does not have a filter. Like, death does not keep good people from leaving you too soon. Like, he was an amazing human being, and, like, he left behind 4 kids that are not even 18, and, like, a wife that, like, loved, like, they're soulmates. I've never seen a love so pure and true. And when he died, I was like, there's no way that, like, death is gonna stop anyone from dying, you know? And so, like, a similar thing happened. Like hundreds and hundreds of people came to the wake and to the funeral. Like, we're standing outside. I remember, like, the gathering we had after, there were, like, hundreds of people filtering in and out of my aunt's house. And, like, it really brought my family together, I think, because I wasn't really close with my extended family, and now I feel like I am. And so I feel like I don't fear death, and if it happens to me, it happens, and that's fine. But I don't, like, we used to talk about this a lot, I feel like, in high school. We did. People brought up, like, wanting to be immortal. That's never been a desire of mine. I can't even fathom what that would be like, to live past like, especially if the people that you love most in this world are mortal, and you just keep living and living and living. Like, the amount of immense pain and sorrow that causes you.
At least you get to feel that pain.
But I feel like when I said immortal, I meant, like, immortal as in, like...
No, I know.
What you
know,
leave
like,
behind.
your being is immortal.
Yeah,
Like,
we just
even
talked about
Separate
physical
question.
immortality.
Yeah,
And I am not a fan of that. I understand immortality in the sense that, like, you want to do things and put things out in the world that keep you living, because I feel like every existence has something to offer and is very important. But I physically do not want to be immortal. Mm-hmm. Like,
I think I'm not okay with everything we feel and think and experience stopping.
But here's my thing. I know a lot of people think about, like, how they're going to die. And they're like, I don't want to, like, suffer when I'm dying. Like, I want a quick death kind of thing, you know? Mm-hmm. But, like, once you die, you're dead, you know? Mm-hmm. So, like, how does it matter how you die?
I mean, there is a difference.
I guess it's
not,
those,
though, because once you're dead, you're dead. So
But
you,
it's a process.
but it's those
of dying.
feelings before you die.
but then you're
You
dead.
know, on your last things,
Also,
I know.
right,
I
but
know.
then you're
Yeah.
dead.
But the people that are alive to experience you being in pain, I think
Right.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
think a lot of people think about, like, oh, like, I wouldn't want to, like, you know, like, my last thoughts before I die kind of thing. And it's like, once you dead, you dead.
It's just the fact that our TVs get turned off.
have you guys seen 3 billboards outside of
haven't.
No, I haven't.
Okay, never mind. I won't spoil.
I
But
know
there's,
what
like,
happens.
There's, like, something that happens in the movie that really, like, makes you think about death and, like, the mark that you leave on people and, like, how you want to go out. And I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about that.
I love Woody Harrelson.
Me too.
Woody, if you were listening to this, I love you so much. Tia. Okay, Tia. How do you feel about death?
It's inevitable. I mean,
Of course, the scientist.
I mean, to sum up, it doesn't. Yeah,
How do you feel about parties?
they're inevitable.
Everything is inevitable.
They're absolutely no. They're inevitable. I don't. Hello.
Death?
Death. Oh my god. Hi. I've been expecting you. Oh my god. No, I work in an environment. I work in an organic chemistry lab where I'm surrounded by, like, carcinogens and things that could literally light me on fire. Like every single, like every single day. So it's like there's not a day that goes by that, like, me and the people in my lab don't joke about, like, one day closer to death kind of deal. Like,
It makes me so sad to hear you say that. Go
But
on.
it's like,
Wait, though. Like, how many people die in the car accidents every year?
A lot more.
It's not okay.
It's not okay, but I mean it's something that's gonna happen. If I died tomorrow, due to whatever, it's like, thank you. But it's like if I died tomorrow, like, I would be happy where I'm at, the people that I've met, where I've stood in my life. Like, I don't, like, I'm there. And then, like, going back to the whole immortality thing, would I like to be immortal? No. But would I like to choose when to die? Yes, because I am not empathetic at all.
Really?
So, no. So, if I get to experience more things, I'll do it. Like, I'll choose to live until 300 if I wanted to.
Oh, hell yeah.
At some point, though, like, I need to die at some point. Because that's life. I mean, just to follow up on another movie that I've seen that has made me think of
I
death.
love that we're talking about movies.
The Lion King.
Oh my god. You're gonna say some deep
Is it not the
movie.
circle of life to die at some point? So I mean, just embrace it, I guess.
To quote JFK.
Thank you.
I fucked Marilyn Monroe.
The only thing certain in life are death and taxes.
And time.
Wow.
Well, that was a quote of JFK.
I know, and I'm adding time to that because JFK TN.
Time is a flat circle.
Seriously. Time is a construction we made so we feel comfortable.
I love it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounded like the beginning of that one song.
You love gender.
Ah.
You love gender too, then?
From Shrek, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one where after she whistles?
Yes.
That's true.
All right.
Wait,
That's
really
another
quickly, can we talk about what you said about how you leave an impact and you never truly die?
Ooh, can
Because
we?
you really don't.
I mean, until the people that remember you die.
No.
Wow, that's so fucked up.
That's the story of Coco.
Yes.
Wait.
Remember me.
Even after people die that knew you, your literal physical impact on the world is still there. You leave impressions. your alleles get passed into future generations. But besides that, your impression is left everywhere. The things that you do, there's no way you can't have an impression on your world. Like there's no way you can't.
Can someone remind me? There's a book where someone is constantly looking for immortality. And towards the end, I read it in high school.
Autobiography, Theodore.
Tuck Everlasting.
That is your. Is it?
I love Tuck Everlasting.
Yeah, that's what I thought of right now.
That's a terrible movie.
The book is great though.
Yes,
I've
the
never read the book.
books are always.
Let's
great.
redo the movie.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes.
That's not the book I thought of.
She chooses not to be immortal, and they visit her grave. Oh, that's
Oh, instead of ending this podcast with a story of how someone died, let's talk about our favorite movie deaths.
Oh,
Are you ready, Katherine? Okay.
Well, one of my favorite movies is Moulin Rouge.
Oh, hell yeah.
So my favorite movie death, I would say, is in Moulin Rouge.
Who
Spoiler.
dies? I can't remember.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, spoiler alert.
Nicole Kidman's character, Satine.
Satine.
She dies at
Those
the
eyebrows.
very end of the movie.
I don't remember.
What?
How does she die?
From consumption.
Of what?
I know. Of alcohol?
Consumption was a disease.
Yeah.
What is it? What's its modern name? Like, is it tuberculosis?
Yes,
It's, yeah. Yeah, okay. It's
It's like a
TB.
lung
It's its modern name.
Sounded
But,
like an idiot.
but she dies. Spoiler. It's like a huge spoiler.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
though, you know, like 4 minutes in that she will die, but it's still
Yeah.
a spoiler that she dies because you're like, no. But
I
yeah.
know.
Oh my god, that's such a beautiful love story too. If you haven't seen the
I
movie,
know.
please watch
Watch
it. It's
Moulin
my favorite
Rouge.
movie.
All right, Lani, you're next.
Damn, you caught me off guard. But I guess.
Counterclockwise.
Yeah, I know.
Ending on me because I'm narcissistic.
So when I was in either high school or middle school, I started watching a Japanese drama. And this isn't like my favorite in that it's bizarre or anything,
Is
but
it
it was
impactful death? Movie death?
yes,
Okay.
it is very impactful. So she was in high school and she had gotten an illness. She was diagnosed with a long-term but it was basically where your white body cells would attack itself. So
Cancer.
yeah, it was some type.
Okay.
And
Details don't matter. Continue.
anyway, but towards the end, after she passed away from the disease, the impact she left. I know I'm going off of like the what you leave after type of thing, but her little sister grew up to be a nurse. Her ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend grew up to be a doctor, and it was just like the impact you leave on people. And like, I totally cried. This is I cried like a little baby blubbering.
Like a little baby.
It's okay.
I love it. All right, Tia, what's your most impactful movie death?
Dobby.
Oh, you would say that, you nerdy ass. Perfect.
I know. Oh,
She doesn't take compliments well. I'm keeping it though.
Oh no. Yeah, Dobby. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I take that. Because it's like Dobby was not real. He is real in our hearts.
No, he's real.
He is. I take it back. I took rest in peace, Dobby, a free elf. It's like everyone gets so attached to Dobby. Everyone's like, yes, Dobby's the one. Oh fuck, Hedwig!
Immediate crying.
Fred and George. Oh no, not sorry, just Fred. Just Fred.
But
But I like Fred.
My innocence.
Smells.
Tia and I are on the same page.
I love
I
you.
love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
She said Dobby, but she meant Hedwig.
I have a couple,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be really fast about them.
Okay.
Give
them writing down.
No, it's an app called Letterboxd, and it allows you to organize like your movies and to list and stuff. Okay, so number 1, Tom Robinson in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay.
Because he he knows that he's innocent and he tries to get free, and then they just shoot him. Yeah, in the movie. Also, I love Gregory Peck. I watched a French film called Vivre sa vie. And it's basically like all these vignettes about this woman, Nana's life, and then at the end she's just shot in the street, and that's how the movie ends.
Yeek.
And like to have watched this movie and to have invested so much in her, and then at the end she just gets shot, she's laying on the street, and then the credits roll, and I was like, oh shit.
Caitlin, what's your impactful movie death?
Oh, I forgot that we were doing this. Oh, okay. I have. It's really hard. It's really hard for me to choose a move. Can I do a book? I'm sorry.
A book?
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of
Okay.
did that with To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
It should be a movie.
I'm illiterate, so I don't know how many movie deaths.
The book When Breath Becomes Air is a memoir of a man who has already died, and he was a neurosurgeon, and then he gets diagnosed with lung cancer, and
Yeek.
the whole book is kind of him. Yeah, yikes! It's him grappling with the idea of death when his whole life he's been on the other side of it. You know, he's been so in control of whether people live or whether they die, from just like the movements of his hands, and then he experiences the other side of it. And
That sounds really good.
it is, and he's so intelligent, and it's a really interesting perspective that he has on it. Yeah, and it made me more interested in medicine, I think, because he views taking care of people from it's just like a human perspective, and like he likes grappling with the mortality of medicine, whereas some people just do it from a really clinical perspective, and I liked it a lot. And I wish I knew him when he was alive.
It was a real person?
It was a real person. Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Can I borrow that book?
Yeah, I actually lent it to somebody and they never give it back, but it's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good death.
I'll probably buy it again.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then lend it to me.
Yeah.
And I'll never give it back.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll just give it to you.
Last but not least.
And last but not least, probably more important than everyone, is me. I think my most impactful movie death is My Sister's Keeper.
I was gonna. I
Yes.
in the beginning, and I was like,
Yes.
Keeper is.
I know, guys. I don't know if you know this, but I have multiple sisters. And every time, I know, and I keep all of them. And every time I watch that movie, I visualize my sisters. And my not blood related sisters, just because I have so many great females in my family, or my life. So every time I watch that movie, it breaks me.
Have you read the book?
No.
The book is way better than
I know, and that's why I don't think I could read it, because if it's more intense in the book, I would
the book is incredible.
die.
I feel like that's one of the first books I remember like reading and being like, amazing literature. Amazing contemporary literature.
I think because I feared the most losing my family and my loved ones, that's why it is so heavy.
Yeah.
And it makes me bawl every time. Yeah, so that's my most impactful movie death.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
Also, goodbye. Also, real life, goodbye. Also, like, real life, I got shit.